My name is Gillian Gibson. I'm actually from Amadeus. I'm based between London and Madrid, and I'm the Group Vice President responsible for all the global customers and multinational customers of Amadeus.
Tell us a little bit about Amadeus.
Amadeus is the world's largest GDS and travel technology company. So we have two main pillars of our strategy. Obviously, global distribution of air, hotels, car, ferry, train, etc. And then the other side is IT for the travel industry. So IT to re-engineer the way airlines do business, to re-engineer the way travel agents do business, and other providers within the industry.
What brings you to PhoCusWright?
Well, PhoCusWright it's a very innovative group there at PhoCusWright, and I think Amadeus, we have two reasons to be here. One is, well, you get a buzz from innovation, it makes you think about things in your own business, think about where you need to go next. And secondly, I see Amadeus's role in a lot of these ideas as actually turning that innovation into reality. A lot of the ideas that come here are neat, coming from a consumer angle, but actually to make the industry work behind and to turn some of these into opportunities you can monetize, you need, in many cases, GDS systems or IT technology to unlock how airlines work and interact with the industry, or how rail operators interact, or hotels, etc. So quite often, we have a role to play in terms of supporting this innovation.
What are the big kind of challenges or opportunities you face right now?
Well, I think the whole theme of this conference is search, shop and buy, and when you consider it, go back, pre-internet, and search, shop and buy in the travel world was much more simplistic from a technology viewpoint. Mostly people would go into a travel agent. A lot was done by catalogue search or quite static data. The shopping experience, the technology behind the shopping experience was a lot different, a paradigm difference from today. Today you have ultimate infinite shopping, and you have people shopping, sites that are shopping. So you've got basically a chain of shopping, and behind all of that, if you're buying air travel and a lot of hotels, behind all of that there'll be 3 GDS systems in the world. There'll be one of the 3 behind all of that shopping. So basically what we need to do is, first of all, make sure that we can provide the industry with an economic way to facilitate all that shopping, and secondly, that we look to make a shift in how we shop. So previously, up until now, and actually still today, when you look at any search that's done in travel, you have to start as a customer with where you're going to and where you're going from, and a date, a calendar search. You may get a range of dates, you may get budget options, which are in some ways more gimmicky now than reality. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to look at that and say, okay, how do customers want to buy? Do they want to buy? Do they really think like that? So what we have to do now is we have to re-engineer all of that. 2 billion fares are uploaded a day, so these are massive, massive systems. We have to re-engineer all of that to meet the next generation, so you will allow and enable consumers to shop, buy how they want to buy. The experience, the budget, places in the world, sport activities around a particular event, etc. So we have to take billions and billions of fares and we have to make them into something that makes sense, so that a customer could shop by those type of attributes, and that's something that we're developing, and obviously in conjunction with partners here going to be testing in 2009.
It's really interesting you talk about sort of coming at it from an experience and from a customer kind of perspective. Traditionally the travel industry has been kind of knocked a little bit for coming from the technology sort of end of things. How are you actually going about that? You mentioned testing at the end. How are you actually going about sort of actually kind of putting in place these sort of innovations?
Well, there's a couple of things. First of all, we're the biggest provider to the meta search industry of technology, so that's a good innovative customer base. We're also biggest provider to the online travel industry outside of the US, so in Europe and in Asia. That's another good customer base. We've also, we're very big in tour distribution in Europe, which is a very big market in Europe, package tours, and we bought some innovative technology companies around that industry. We've also now, through that, started doing some user reviews, hotel reviews, testing some things in Germany, actually, in the German market, which is a huge holiday market, probably because the weather's so bad, same as the UK. So we basically we bought some companies, we're working with our customers, and we're testing in some markets where there is a lot of leisure travel.
And lastly, really, we're obviously in a kind of a difficult kind of trading kind of climate right now. What are the sort of the impacts of that sort of on Amadeus?
Well, I think everybody's seen a downturn, particularly towards the last half of last year. People who are very, very US focused in their business may have felt a bigger impact in 2008. In 2009, I mean, one of the issues we have is we're the number one GDS, but we're relatively small market share in the US. So that's good from one perspective because we're not dependent on the US market, which has been heavily hit. But from another perspective, obviously, we get a global view. And we see now in most regions around the world, there is very much a decline, a stark decline in business travel and in leisure travel. We don't quite know where that's going to hit yet. We don't think we've reached the bottom in Europe and Middle East and Eastern Europe, etc., because they've still been growing. So we don't quite know where it's going to be, but we do think 2009 is obviously going to be a tough year. How are we reacting to that? Well, we're still investing. We have investment plans and we're still investing, so we're not cutting our investment. Obviously, we're trying to save money ourselves, the way we do things, the way that we engage, the way we travel, etc. We're trying to be very cost conscious, and Amadeus has been a growth company for 20 years, so within a growth company you can always actually find cost saving opportunities. So we're very much focusing on trying to find where they are and looking to create efficiencies wherever possible. So we're in quite a good position actually as a company, but even so, we don't know how long this is going to last, and 2009 we definitely think will be a tough year.
Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.